I don't know how many new people we have, but as usual, I'm going to do the presentation of myself and Dorna here, and to say our usual hi from Switzerland and from Sophrology Center Online. This is our third webinar in the series that we call Taste of Awareness. It is us, Dorna and Daria. For those who are tuning in for the first time, I'm a client care and operations manager, which means that I'm the one in charge of all the technical issues and emailing you all this time, and in the meantime and after webinars, or if you have any questions. So Dorna here sitting next to me, she's a sophrology expert, the professional visionary, the founder of the only online sophrology school in the world, the teacher and the coach, and the person that touched many, many lives in the most positive and transformative way. Here today to share with you some of the tricks and exercises she has to maybe touch your life in a positive way. And one thing about her is really for sure she's on a mission to bring awareness to everyone that is ready and spread happiness as far as she can. So yeah. So this is our third series. As I said, this is our third webinar in a 4-webinar series where we are discussing transformational aspects of oneself. And in the first one, which was 2 weeks ago, we were speaking about the awareness of the present time and of the body. The last week we were speaking and discussing more about the mind, the 5 senses, and we were touching upon the future as a time space. And then today we will be focusing on awareness of emotions, memories, meditation, and the past tense, the past time. And for the next time, for the final webinar, we will be speaking and focusing on awareness of the oneness of time, as well as the values that we based on our decisions upon. So to help you become aware of these aspects, to reinforce it, we offer 15 minutes of sophrology exercises. The exercises are created to fit the time frame of the fast-paced era that we're living in, and bringing essence of meditation, visualization, philosophy, and more to you. Sophrology approach is derived from many centuries of human practice in the consciousness field, from both East and West, as well as decades of research. It is very practical, and it boils down to this. By repeating the exercises, we teach our body and mind to cooperate. We start controlling our actions, and we stop being the victim of our memories or anxiety-charged projections of the future. So that said, let's explore the next chapter or the next aspect. So Dorna, please take over and enjoy. See you after the exercise.
Thank you, Daria. What would we do without Daria? We wouldn't be on this webinar. She's the one that sets it all up and makes everything work. So today it's about the next level of sophrology, the next aspect. It's about level 3. And Daria, I'm just wondering how to start this presentation. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to we've got a few slides, and then we're going to do the exercise. And when the slides start, so this one, as Daria has already said, is about the emotions. And it's inspired from Zen. And it's inspired from Zen because we have a walking meditation in it, which we won't do today, but you will do in the future if you keep coming online with us. We've got a secret about that coming later at the end of this. The importance of the emotions, walking meditation, and past time awareness. So level 3 typically improves your ability to manage your emotions, your ability to meditate, this inner core strength building on everything you've done in the past, all your memories from the past in this lifetime. And of course, typically there's improvement in physical health and more smiling. And these little lovely two people on the right hand side are jumping. So moments of smiling and happiness. And I'm going to just do a little reminder again for sophrology attitudes. So free from judgment. And that's possibly just aware that you're judging. As if it's the first time, curiosity and wonder, looking at everything in life as if, wow, what is this? I'm not very sure. Wondering about it, being curious. Putting in brackets all beliefs and knowledge. That will help you to be curious. If you even forget what things are called, just go, I wonder what this is. What could we do with it? What different things could I do with this thing in front of me? If I didn't know it was a chair, what other uses could I put it to, for example? And typically in sophrology, of course, we're doing this with our body, but in third level, we're opening our eyes for the first time and looking at the outside world with curiosity and wonder. And then aliveness repetition. So that is just noticing repeatedly these physical sensations in the body. Every physical sensation that we notice in our body is an expansion of our awareness, expansion of our consciousness. As we notice them, we become more and more conscious. Aim of sophrology. So, to sum it all up, try just imagining that you're looking at the world through the eyes of a child. So then we go on to the 6 systems. So we went over these last week, and those of you who were with us, you touched each of the systems, you got to know it. This is just a quick reminder for those who haven't been with us before. These are the 6 systems. We divide the body into 6 systems in line with the nerve bundles within the body. And the 6th system is the whole body. And we do that just so that we can notice smaller parts of the body. It's much easier. And then further on, we go into, like in third level, the sophrologist would just name each of the systems, like first system, second system, which we're going to do today. And the clients, the students would actually then know what that meant, and the whole body scan can go much faster. But that, of course, takes quite a lot of training of getting really, really intimately knowing each and every part of each of the systems. So we're now in third level, so we're going to try it kind of half and half. I'm going to see first system, and I'll name some of the things, and so on. So those are the 6 systems. Then we've got an exciting new position. So I'm going to just read to you what it is. So we're balancing on the edge of the chair. We've got our feet resting on the toes under the chair, hands on the lower abdomen, back straight and relaxed, chin slightly lowered, as if there's a thread coming down through the top of your head, down through your body, between your heels, into the ground. I'm going to stop sharing these slides, and I'm going to just show you what that would look like. So here we are. I think Daria's going to move this so you see what I do. So I'm sitting on the chair. I'm going to be sideways so it's easier for you to see. You're going to put your hands on your lower abdomen. It doesn't matter which one's on top, or you can have them like this. It's really up to you. You're right as far as you can on the edge of the chair. So you want a chair that's really quite solid and is not going to fall over for you. And then you can see that my heels, my feet are just resting on my toes, and my heels are together, so toes are slightly apart. And my head is, Daria puts it back up again, and just see that the chin is slightly in, so it's just like this thread going all the way down to my heels. It's an excellent position for not being able to fall asleep. It's really good. Often people fall asleep. I don't know, I've had feedback from some people saying we fall asleep during the exercises. That happens fairly frequently in sophrology. You will notice you've waken up at the end, which means that something in you is following the exercise. And now when we're at the edge of the chair balanced, we really know if we fall asleep, because we tend to fall off the chair. So hopefully that's not going to happen to you. And we're going to be really just focused on this position at the edge of the chair. I'm going to go back onto the slides again, and we're just going to go through the exercise. Okay. So we're just going back on here, and should be coming up soon. Okay, so that's the third level position, and this is the exercise we're going to do today. So we're going to start, of course, with the body scan, which is going to be with the systems. We're going to breathe out, breathe in, tense the whole body, lifting our hands above our head, breathe in energy into the body, and then we'll have an integration pause where we notice each and every part of the body. And when we're breathing energy into the body, we're aware of our cells and just really nourishing and focusing on the cells, appreciating them, and breathing out, smiling at them. We're going to do a 5-minute meditation. So we're going to just notice nothingness. We're going to notice our breathing going in and out for 5 whole minutes at the edge of the chair. This is really good practice for getting into just being able to meditate very easily wherever you are, anytime, anywhere. And then we're going to do an emotional awareness, because it's all about emotions in this level. And the emotions we're going to work with are content, contentment, happy, and delighted. And because we're working with emotions, we're going to just feel the subtle differences between these 3 different emotions. By becoming more and more aware of our emotions and these differences and really defining them, it really helps all our relationships, because we can be much more specific. We tend to just say, I'm happy, but often it's not happiness, it's contentment, or it's I'm delighted, or even to the extent I'm feeling blissful, or I'm very pleased. All these different things are around happiness. We're going to just focus on these 3 today. And then we're going to do what we call the desopranization, in which we just become aware of our self-confidence, harmony, positive future. We have all these capacity in us, each of us, to actually be able to do these. And so we're just going to reinforce that, an ability or a capacity. Then we're going to move and stretch. And then, of course, you're going to just take a little bit of paper, or maybe you've now got a little booklet to write in, and you're going to write up the benefits of the exercise, what you noticed, whether it was warm, cold, tingling, heaviness, lightness, whatever you notice in your body, you're going to write it up. I'm just coming back to see you again. And by writing up in your journal, what you're doing is your body is saying, you know, you're actually listening to me, isn't this great? And you're just taking a little bit of time to actually reflect on the exercise that you've just done, instead of just doing the exercise and rushing off into life without taking time to just say, what actually happened there? What did I notice? What did I not notice? How was it different maybe from last time? How was it the same? All these different things you could just become aware of. And all of these things, like becoming aware of what we've just done, taking time to reflect, very good things to just actually integrate into everyday life. The other thing, like integration pause, just stopping every so often and just closing your eyes and going, what is happening in my body now? Often your body is just saying, I'm really hungry or really tired, or, you know, please listen to me. So this is really listening to the body. The whole, we're at level 3, but we're still listening to the body. Okay, so if you're ready for the exercise, we can go ahead now. We're going to start the exercise standing. So we're going to push your chair back if you're near the computer and stand up. I'm going to disappear. Thank you, Daria. We're standing up in front of the chair, and your feet are shoulder distance apart. Knees are slightly bent. Eyes are closed so that you can focus inwards on yourself. If you want to, you can keep your eyes open. During the exercise, if you want to move in any way or open your eyes, that's fine too. So first of all, concentrating on your breathing. Just noticing that you're breathing. And then secondly, we're just becoming aware of sounds far away, sounds nearer at hand, and then of sounds from your own body, breathing or heartbeat. Welcome those sounds as being part of life without trying to work out what they are. Now becoming aware of the first system, the head. What's happening in your head, all those physical sensations. And then coming down to the neck and throat, second system. The neck, the throat, shoulders, the back of the arms and hands, the whole of the second system. And then the third system, which is the chest area, upper back, the underside of the arms and the palms of the hands. And then the fourth system, the area between the rib cage and the navel. And remembering also the middle of the back, awareness of the fourth system, all those physical sensations. And then we come to the fifth system, which is the hip area, lower abdomen, all the way down the legs, noticing the top of the legs, the knees, and the lower legs, feet, and the toes, the whole of the fifth system. And then the whole body, awareness of the whole of the body. Awareness of the weight of the body. Temperature of the body. And the size of the body. And then breathing out fully, emptying the stomach and lungs. Breathe in through the nose. Lift the arms up. You want to clasp the hands and lift them up above your head and tense the whole of the body, face, neck, shoulders, pushing up and pushing down. And release. Releasing, relaxing, letting go. Second time, breathe out. Breathe in. Lift the arms up. Tense, 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 tense. And release. Breathing out, releasing, relaxing, letting go. And one final time, breathe out, breathe in. Lift the arms up. Tense, 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 tense. And release. Releasing, relaxing, letting go. Just keeping those tensions that are enough to keep you upright. And then feeling for the chair behind, sitting down again at the back of the chair in what we call the integration position, or an integration pose. Awareness of everything that's now happening in the body, all those physical sensations are welcome. Now we're going to energize the body. And for that, we're going to breathe into each and every cell in the fifth systems. The fifth systems from the waist all the way down to the toes. Breathing in and trying to imagine that all the cells are receiving that lovely oxygen as you breathe it in your breath. Appreciating the cells, and as you breathe out, just thinking about the cells harmonizing, becoming harmonious. Or smiling at the cells, and perhaps they'll all smile back at you like little smileys. Breathing into each and every cell, breathing out, smiling, harmony. Breathing into the cells in the fourth system, to each and every cell, breathing out, smiling, harmony. Breathing in energy up into the third system, breathing out, smiling, harmony. Each and every cell. Third systems, chest area, upper back, underside of the arms, palms of the hand. Breathing energy up into the second system. To each and every cell in the second system, as you breathe out, harmony and smiling at the cells. Imagining that the cells are smiling back at you. And breathing energy up into the first system. And breathing out, again, smiling at those cells and just feeling them moving into this harmonious way of being. Or lovely colors, or whatever it is, or just seeing the cells being happy. And then breathing in energy into each and every cell in the body. Breathing out, allowing them to become harmonious, balanced, and smiling at each and every cell in the body. Nourishing the cells as you breathe in, appreciating and smiling at them as you breathe out. Integration pause, awareness of everything that's now happening in the body. Now we're going to start that meditation. So for that, we move forward right to the edge of the chair. Feet are under the chair, on your toes. The hands are on the lower abdomen. The back is straight but relaxed. The chin is slightly in so that that thread is going all the way through the body. I'm going to start by breathing out. Breathe in. Slight tension and relax into the position. And then we say just sensoperceptive concentration on the body, which means being aware of the body, kind of almost visualizing it, perceiving it, observing it, at the same time noticing the physical sensations now that you're in this third level position. And then I'd like you to really focus on the air coming in and out of your nose. That breathing. I'm going to do this for 5 minutes. Breathe in, you breathe out. If your mind goes somewhere else during that time, just gently bring it back. You can smile at your mind. It's just like it's jumping around the place. Just gently bring it back to the breathing and continue. I'm going to let you do that now, and I'm going to start again when 5 minutes are done. Okay, so now I want you to move back in your chair into the integration position. And just take a few moments noticing everything that's happening in your body now, all the physical sensations. And now just sitting back in the chair, in this integration position, I'd like you to imagine a time when you felt content. You felt really contented. Maybe you had just done something and thought, oh, I'm really content with that. Or maybe you were just somewhere in nature feeling content with life. I'd like you to experience contentment now, despite that memory that you're using. Notice how the body reacts to contentment. Where in the body do you feel contentment? And maybe just touching that part of the body, just noticing it. Awareness of contentment expressed through the body. And then letting go of the visualization and just awareness of contentment in the body. Awareness of your body being content. And then just concentrating on your breathing as if the whole body is breathing. And now thinking of a time when you were happy. Maybe there's one quite recently, just this feeling of happiness. Of feeling happy. Maybe it was sometime on holiday, maybe again in nature, maybe just in daily life, feeling happy. Noticing how the body reacts to this happy feelings. Where do they show up in the body? And letting go of the visualization and just awareness of those happy feelings within the body. Feeling of happiness in the body. And then focusing again on the breathing as if the whole body's breathing, breathing into the whole body. Awareness of breathing. Now I'd like you to think of a moment when you were delighted. Delight or being delighted. Maybe you had a lovely surprise present. Maybe you just saw the sun shining. Maybe somebody smiling, something that made you delighted. Awareness of that delight. How does the body express delight? Noticing the differences between delight, happiness, and content through the body expression. Letting go of the vision of delight and just experiencing delight within the body. And then integration, pause, awareness of everything that's happening in every part of the body now. Just concentrating on all those physical sensations. also spending a few moments just contemplating these different emotions of content, happiness, and delight. Realizing that now that you know the physical sensations in the body, maybe you don't even need something around to delight you. You could just experience delight for no other reason than enjoying the feeling of delight or happiness or content, just because you wanted to, without anything outwards in your life causing it to happen. It's all coming from inside out. You could just try recreating contentment now just by remembering those feelings and expressing those feelings of content within the body. If you need to, you can add in the visualization, but perhaps you don't even need to. And then moving on to happiness, recreating happiness in the body, just by recreating the physical sensations. Again, using the image if you need to. And then delight. So still keeping those feelings of content, happiness, or delight. I'm going to activate 3 capacities. So as I breathe in, I activate my capacity to have confidence in myself and trust myself. Self-confidence and trust. And then as I breathe in, I activate my capacity to harmonize my mind, body, and spirit. And as I breathe in, I harmonize my mind, body, and spirit. And then I activate my capacity to create a positive future full of well-being. As I breathe in, I'm creating a positive future full of well-being. And then very slowly I begin to move my body, starting with my feet and toes. Allow the movement to come up through the body and the way my body feels like moving, stretching, and expressing itself. Take all the time that I need. When I'm ready, and only when I'm ready, I open my eyes. And I just take a few moments just to write up what I've experienced. I'm just going to let you do that for a few moments. And when you feel you're ready and you've written up what you'd like to write up, please could you write it in the message? Could you type it into the chat room so that Daria and I can see how the exercise was for you? There's a lot of writing up going on here. Really good. So Joelle says she liked the idea of creating a positive future by breathing and activating capacities. Thank you. Many layers. This exercise is really good for people who maybe thought it was difficult to meditate. It's a very good way of starting meditation and getting used to it, of stilling the mind, and especially using the breath and the 3rd level positions really helps. Differences between the 3 emotions. And that is from my neuroscience course. I learned how the importance of that in helping us to communicate much more effectively with each other. So, it's a really good thing to work on and even to use with different emotions. So thank you. Head much clearer, also busy, usually so busy. And so the body's very relaxed. Excellent, good. Seem to experience happiness just under the jawbone. Interesting. And delight slightly higher inside my mouth and salivary glands. I look forward to more of this. Thank you. That's excellent. I love those kind of the feedback where the happiness and delight and contentment were in the body. Maybe some others could write in and just let us know where they experienced each of those. Were they different? Were they the same? What actually happened with the emotions. So lots of shivers at the beginning and feeling so relaxed, wanted to yawn a lot. Yes, great. Thank you. So a jaw that wants to obviously open in a big happy grin. Good. Lots of joy and lightness. Joy, not happiness, not delight, not contentment. Interesting. Maybe just to notice we did already the joy exercise in the first exercise. Somebody confirms that. Yes, I have a big smile all over my face with delight. So. Good. That's one of the criteria. That's one of the, typically the things that get better with sophrology is smiling more. Much more in the heart, delight, much more stimulation in the brain. Okay. Good. Every answer is right. It's just noticing what's in the body, just noticing the phenomena of the body. So, anybody else? Need to very soon. Okay.
Am I coming in?
Daria's coming in
I'm sliding.
to finish this off and tell you what exciting things are coming up.
I'm sliding into the frame. It's really, really amazing to see you all tuning in for and having this exercise and having this wonderful feedback. And I hope you enjoyed and you're going to bring this to your day and week. And then to see you again next week and do the final exercise to explain the fourth level and how the exercises in fourth level work. Also to come up next week is, which we already mentioned last week, but for now it's very, very exciting because we are now building a serious momentum, mostly because as we're doing more and more of these webinars, we get more and more asked about each and every level and how people can practice more, and if there is anything available for them that would be in the same, more or less the same, let's say, platform as this one is webinars, because as I explained, we do have downloads, we have the course, we have one-on-one. But what we don't have asking for is a public online course. So this is something that we are building and we're very excited because it's a completely new thing and it's inspired by you. So thank you for that. And next week we are going to announce the course. By then we're going to have all the details about the dates, about the what the course will include, how long will it take, and so forth. And there will be probably a very special offer for those who are following us throughout this webinar series. So tune in the next week and bring as many friends as you like. Also, there is another thing that we are preparing for those who like just to tune in and have a taste of sophrology but are not still decided to enroll for the course. And that would be another series of webinars, but I'm not going to tell more until we are totally prepared for that. So next week I'm going to speak more about that. Before we finish today's webinar, if you have any questions, please let us know now. Dorna and I are very happy to answer. It can concern the exercise today or from the last time, or anything that you would like to hear more or see. So please do write in the boxes. I'm going to take my computer here. Any questions? Anyone? Lisa, Arlene, Natasha?
Okay.
Any comments? Going once? Hi, Daria. Is there a recording of the first webinar, the one that wasn't? Yes, I do have I have a link that I can send. I can actually send it right now if you can just wait for not even a minute. Let's
Joel missed a second, so I'm not going to get into those, Daria.
So
how do they do that?
So if you were registered and you missed the second one, then you should have received. Did you receive a replay link for the second one?
I think maybe if it's about things like that, the best thing to do is to email Daria, and she'll send you the links that you need. So
just let's see. Okay.
And Natasha has asked examples of how it helped in life. How sophrology helped.
How sophrology helped, or the exercises?
Well, I think it's the same thing.
Well, yeah, I know. But like, because I must say there is a distinction, because there are, you can practice exercises as we did today, like one exercise. But then if you go through the program, which makes the difference. Yeah, that's what makes the difference. So I hope that's the question.
So the link you sent us today's seminar.
I didn't send any link yet.
You haven't sent it yet to Joel. Okay, how sophrology helps in life in many, 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 many ways. And Daria's just started the training course. She could give you a quick.
Yes, I did.
And
in the meantime,
she was telling me before this started how she's done 3 sessions.
Yes,
and only trained probably 2 of them because we're not.
Are we speaking about me now?
Yeah.
Oh no, then I might start crying, which is not good for business. So okay, so in my case, I've been working with Dorna for 2.5 years now, and I've been around sophrology, but my main focus was on other parts of the business. So I was not really, I was not training sophrology, or I would use here and there. As I explained, I think on one of the webinars, I was explaining and maybe even complaining that I didn't practice enough of sophrology in the last 2.5 years. But in the recent development in my personal life, I decided that it's time to actually do it myself. I was also surrounded by so many clients and so many students that had such an amazing feedback. And it was really, really, for me, the experience being in their lives and transformation, it was really nurturing and nourishing as well. But until I started doing that myself, and it's now the 3rd week, completely different angle. And I must say that in this, so this is the 3rd week, but it's been 2 weeks now that I'm doing it every day. The changes that to get back to the question, sorry for being so to go in circles, but there are I noticed huge differences in my life, which when I say it out loud, they seem very small. For example, I started reading a book, which I didn't do for a long time. All the things that I was pushing aside because they were connected with other things, I started doing them. Waking up in the morning is something that I was more or less being, how to say, I would put myself down and say, oh, today I need to do this and this and this, and I don't want to wake up. And now I'm just waking up and doing my sophrology exercise and going into a day and having many things done during the day, feeling much more confident. And so those are the differences. And I'm still figuring out how come that doing something for 15 minutes a day is making such a huge difference. And I'm sure that they're like, I feel like it's a snowball effect. Mm-hmm. But I can speak about my experience. I don't know if this is how I can go on and on.
Yeah. Daria could go on and on.
Yeah.
But, and that's only 2 weeks. So, and that is actually fairly typical. And so over the course of 4 levels, which would 24 weeks, but it's much longer because you tend to have a little break in between just to integrate, because the actual integration of it into daily life is very, very powerful. So you need these pauses, these integration pauses that are actually fabulous just in daily life. Just stop every hour and just go inside. How am I feeling? And with sophrology, once you've done 6 sessions, you really need this kind of just time to really let it integrate and to really realize what's happening in your life. And often it isn't only ourselves that notice, and sometimes we notice, oh, it's a little bit, we think we've changed a bit, but typically the family will go, my goodness, you're much nicer to us, you're not so grumpy anymore, things are much easier, it's great. So it's a kind of a gift to everybody around you, all your friends. And yeah, so that's what I would say. So let's and I keep putting on the the typical benefits, and so each week I put you smile even more. So that tends to be what happens. And that doesn't mean that life is going to be a bowl of cherries. But what we tend to do is when the difficult times come, we're much just more aware and we're more centered. And so in fact, they don't seem as bad as maybe they might have done in the past. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you want me to continue, I will. Any other questions? Natasha, did we answer your question? Would you like to know more? I think she's okay. She's like, she's going to start the course as well.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you so much for inspiring us to do this every time. So it's now been quite some webinars that we are having every time. We're so excited to do it. We come here, we prepare everything, and we are happy to go on and continue doing this for you. And if you have any questions, any suggestions, we are here for you. You know our email. So let's continue the conversation. Thank you again.
So thank you from me too, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Our final in the series.
Yes. Have fun in the meantime, and exercise your sophrology. Bye-bye.